Death Note, a groundbreaking anime series, is far more than a psychological thriller about a high school student named Light Yagami who stumbles upon a mysterious notebook with the power to cause death. Beneath its intense cat-and-mouse games and moral quandaries, the series skillfully weaves a narrative that delves into numerous profound themes. The theme I'm going to explore today is loneliness. Loneliness as a motivating force. At its core, Death Note presents loneliness not merely as a byproduct of isolation, but as a driving force behind the character's actions. Light Yagami's initial isolation stems from an exceptional intelligence and feelings as if he is the only one left alive with morals, setting him apart from his peers.
As you actually start looking around, it makes you wonder if you'd be doing society a favor by getting rid of all these people.
This intellectual loneliness becomes a catalyst for his descent into the power-hungry spiral of the Death Note. Light's early solitude evolves into a twisted desire for godlike control over life and death, a quest fueled by his perception of societal inadequacy and his self-imposed isolation. The isolation of genius. Light's intelligence isolates him in a world that struggles to comprehend his intellectual prowess. His loneliness is not born out of rejection, but from the stark reality that few can match his mental acuity. This solitude is heightened when he discovers the Death Note, a tool that amplifies his isolation by separating him further from the moral constraints that bind him to ordinary individuals. The series masterfully portrays Light's internal struggle, revealing how his exceptional mind becomes both a source of isolation and a weapon against the very society that fails to understand him. Ryuk as a companion in loneliness. In the midst of Light's isolated journey, the Shinigami Ryuk emerges as an unexpected companion. Though a supernatural being, Ryuk shares a form of existential loneliness with Light. Ryuk's detachment from the human world and his amusement at Light's actions create an unusual bond between them. Their interactions serve as a reflection of the profound loneliness that transcends the boundaries of humanity and immortality, connecting two beings in their search for meaning and entertainment. Although it could be argued by some that Ryuk's mere presence argues against the idea of loneliness, I believe it enhances it, as Ryuk remains completely neutral and refuses to help Light, leaving him alone on his quest to become the god of the new world until the very end. Misa Amane, loneliness as a catalyst for devotion. Misa Amane, an idol with a fervent admiration for Kira, Light's alter ego, embodies a different facet of loneliness. Misa's past trauma and the loss of her parents leave her emotionally scarred, creating a void that Kira's supposed justice fills.
Exactly 1 year ago, my parents were killed in a robbery. I was home with them at the time. It happened right in front of me. I wanted that man to pay for what he did. But the trial dragged on forever. Opinions started surfacing that he was being falsely accused. Then it happened. Kira punished him for what he did to my parents. And that's why Kira means everything. Kira means everything to me.
Her obsessive love for Kira stems from a profound loneliness that finds solace in the belief that she serves purpose in his grand plan. Misa's character illustrates how loneliness can drive individuals to extreme lengths, seeking connections even in destructive relationships. L's isolation in pursuit of justice. On the opposite of the moral spectrum, the enigmatic detective L stands as a counterpoint to Light's isolation. L's peculiar habits and unparalleled intellect set him apart, creating a sense of isolation akin to Light's. However, L's loneliness is not rooted in an existential quest for power, but in his relentless pursuit of justice. The burden of responsibility and the secrecy surrounding his true identity create a profound sense of isolation, emphasizing the sacrifices made in the name of a higher cause. Societal loneliness and the Kira phenomenon. Beyond individual characters, Death Note offers a broader commentary on societal loneliness. The emergence of Kira and the global phenomenon surrounding him expose the underlying dissatisfaction and isolation within society. The world's reaction to Kira reflects a collective yearning for a force that can bring about justice and order, even if achieved through questionable means. This societal loneliness becomes a breeding ground for blind faith in Kira's righteousness, mirroring humanity's desperation for connection and purpose. Light's isolation as a consequence. As Light's actions intensify, his isolation deepens, not only from society, but also from his own humanity. The Death Note, initially a tool to dispense justice, becomes a conduit for his growing isolation. The series cleverly explores how the pursuit of power and isolation are intertwined, revealing the tragic consequences of losing touch with one's humanity in the quest for control. A scene that shows this well is the death of Soichiro. Light cries, bawls his heart out, yearning for his father back. Less than 10 seconds later, he is cool, calm, and collected. It's almost eerie how quick he is back to his normal self. The Death Note has desensitized him and isolated him from his own humanity, to the point the death of his own father means nothing. Moral loneliness and its consequences. Death Note raises ethical questions that resonate with the character's moral loneliness. The arbitrary nature of life and death decisions played out through the Death Note isolates individuals from the traditional moral frameworks. Light's gradual transformation into Kira underlines the moral loneliness inherent in wielding such absolute power. The series challenges viewers to question the ethical implications of isolation from conventional morality and the potential consequences of unrestrained power. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Conclusion. In its exploration of loneliness, Death Note transcends the boundaries of a conventional thriller. Loneliness, whether intellectual, emotional, or societal, becomes a driving force, shaping characters and influencing the narrative's trajectory. Light Yagami's descent into isolation serves as a cautionary tale, urging viewers to reflect on the consequences of unchecked power and the inherent loneliness that accompanies such pursuits. As we navigate the intricate web of morality and power in Death Note, we are reminded that true connections, rather than isolation, offer a path to understanding, empathy, and a meaningful existence. Who do you think is the most lonely character in Death Note? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I love this series and I love making these videos. If you'd like to see more, please like the video and subscribe. Stay safe and yeah, peace.